You are watching TFI.
Greetings, salutations, TFI bringing bad news, everybody, because Autodesk are increasing their prices after February the 7th for some licenses, and it's not clickbait, mate. They are really not telling you about it. They don't want you to know about this. I've got no articles, no documentation, no webpage. I've heard this through the reseller channel, had it confirmed through dribs and drabs of information, but it's all here, it's all pieced together, and this is the story. So after February the 7th, this is not going to affect everybody. It's only people who buy networked multi-user licenses. After February the 7th, a new license of a collection that is networked, and that's all collections, product design, architecture, and media. All of those collections on a network license are going up in price by 33%. And you get nothing in return. 33% increase in price for a networked collection after February the 7th, and nothing in return. Oh, but they didn't stop there. Single products, Revit, Vred, AutoCAD, any product that you can currently get on a networked license, they are all going up after February the 7th by 10%, and you don't even get a new version in February. They just go up in price. So, a couple of things that are really important, because probably a lot of people panicking at this point. It doesn't affect existing subscription contracts. If you're already on a subscription contract for a network license, they don't go up. That was me. I had a brief moment of panic where I've got 150 network licenses in total. And when I started hearing this news come through, I was like, oh no. SolidWorks, help. But it's only for new licenses subscribed to after February the 7th. Not existing contracts, and it doesn't affect standalone single-user licenses either. But that kind of makes it better, but it's still pretty bad. A 33% price increase and get nothing in return is pretty bad, and probably the reason why they're not telling you about it is because it's bad PR. It doesn't look good, and I'm sure there's a reason for it, which we'll talk about in a bit. So if that's all you wanted to know about, that's the news. Any new licenses subscribed to after February the 7th that are networked collections or single products are going up in price, but it doesn't affect renewals. So if you've got 10 current network licenses that you've been paying for ages, and then after February the 7th, say in April, you subscribe to 2 more, those 2 more will cost 33% more and will renew at 33% more indefinitely, whereas the 10 you already had will stay renewing at the old price. It's a nightmare. I remember when I worked in a reseller, having to manage and juggle multiple contracts for clients, it was a nightmare. But hey, what do Autodesk care? They don't deal with this. So that's the crack. Check the comments, because resellers watch my stuff. They'll hear about news and updates before I do, and they'll post, no doubt, information in the comments if anything changes, if anything gets better or gets worse. Because Autodesk aren't announcing this, they've kind of got the flexibility to change the news and change things around and U-turn or make things worse if they wanted to. So check the comments for that, and then you can go away and confirm with your own reseller if you want to as well. So, right, let's talk about this. So this is my take on this and why I think this is happening. In my opinion, Andy Eggnog, the CEO of Autodesk, I don't think he wants us to use network licensing anymore. This is the beginning of a crusade to completely eradicate network licensing from being an option. And that seems to be the Autodesk way now. We don't just get rid of it. They've done that in the past with product culls and bloat. But they just tend to price it out of being reasonable. They just put the price up to the point where you're like, oh, that's just ridiculous. It's obviously not worth that. You just don't want me to buy that. And I think that's what they're doing with the network licenses. Because Andy Eggnog's all about cloud and named users and getting value out of the person, with the person being the product. And you can't really do that with a network license. For example, I've got 2 Vred licenses, which are networked, floating around 6 people. From Andy Eggnog's point of view, that's 2 licenses being shared by 6 people. Hey, I want you to buy 6 licenses, mate. I don't want you to buy 2. You've got 6 people using that. I want to know who they are, and I want them accessing cloud services. I want them logged in to the Autodesk servers with their email address, accessing cloud services, paying for cloud credits. That's basically what I think he's going for. He doesn't want you getting uber value out of your licenses. Which is stupid, given that for 20 years, Autodesk, you've been promoting network licenses like they're the best thing in the world. I used to work in a reseller. We used to flog network licenses, and we were told I mean, we were told to promote them just as much as standalone licenses. In fact, possibly even stronger because they're more expensive. Autodesk charge more, and they still do for network licenses because you get more value out of them. A company gets more value out of a network license. They also claim apparently, that network licenses are slightly more because they pay a royalty fee to the company that they license the networking technology from, which was Macromedia, now it's Flexair or something like that. But I don't believe that for a second. I mean, if it was really that much of an inconvenience and it was causing that much of an overhead that they had to pass it on to the customer, Autodesk, you're one of the biggest software companies in the world. You could have made your own networking licensing technology in the 20 odd years you've been using it. But they haven't, because I don't think it's that much of a big deal. But anyway, now U-turn, and I just don't think they want to use a networking technology anymore, which is worrying because I think they're going to probably put the price up soon on existing customers. So I can't control how angry you get about this, but my recommendation is, clearly I'm not that irate about it. This is not me irate. Go watch my DX Racer chair video. That's me irate. I'm saving being irate until they put the price up on existing contracts. Save the I'm the angriest I've ever been, I want to hurt somebody and call PTC and SolidWorks to ruin your Autodesk card until they put the price up of what you're already paying for. So yeah, you can be passively miffed that after February the 7th, if you buy a new license of what you've already got, it's going to be 33% more. That's not nice. Be pretty miffed that they're not telling you that the price is going up. So, be miffed for the people that are currently having a discussion about whether to buy licenses or not. And in businesses, things take a while to materialize and turn into an actual purchase. And then in April, when they eventually decide to actually pull the trigger, they find that they're now 33% more expensive. Be miffed for them people. But yeah, save the I'm really annoyed with you, Autodesk, until they put up the price of what you're already paying for. And just, I'm kind of in, I don't know, I'm torn at the moment about whether or not to think about moving from network over to standalone in anticipation of the price going up, or to be stubborn about it and be like, no, Autodesk, I bought network licenses because they're bloody useful and we're actually getting good use out of them. We've got 79 product design collection licenses currently in the office, and we might only have 50 people using them at one time. We might only have 60 one day, 50 the next, maybe 70 the next, 30 the next. But we've got that flexibility. If a PC breaks down or we get a new batch of workstations, and we don't have to worry about activation codes and serial numbers and people logging in and forgetting passwords and stuff like that. We've just got a network license file, and it just issues out licenses, first come, first served. Projects can come and go, people can go on holiday, people can be on the sick, and it doesn't matter. We've just got this big pool of licenses that covers everyone. Every year I get a new license file, drop it on the server, there you go, all done. And I can have as many clients as I want, not worrying about whether I've got too many. Am I going to get audited? Oh, am I going to get audited if I've got too many installs? No. So I'm kind of stubbornly thinking, no, I'm going to stick with my network licenses because I bought them for a reason, and the reason's still valid. If Andy Eggnog wants me to stop using them, then he should really come up with a different alternative than to just say, no, everyone's got to be a locked license. And if everyone does have to be a locked license, Mr. Eggnog, sort out your goddamn activations and your stupid serial numbers and your stupid activation license servers that constantly break. Sort that out first before you force everyone onto that. So that's it. I think, check with your reseller, get it confirmed. It's definitely happening. If you're thinking about buying a network license and it's something that you absolutely need to buy, then I would do it now before February the 7th. I'll put links in the description to the webpage. That's my affiliate links. I get a kickback if you use my link to buy something off the Autodesk website. I'm not even sure if you can buy network licenses on the Autodesk website anymore. That's possibly one of the reasons why I'm thinking they're looking to phase them out. I'm not sure if you have to go through a reseller or not for them. So yeah, I'm going to knock that on the head there, mate. That's all I've got. That's all I wanted to share. I will post updates if anything else happens, and I will post the irate super mad one when they start raising the prices on existing contracts. That's the time to get really angry. But until then, stay cool. Don't get too angry. Don't get angry at the product teams. Don't get angry at your local reps. They've got nothing to do with this. This has all been driven from corporate headquarters division, as they call it in California. And the product teams and the support reps and sales staff, they've got nothing. They've got no say in this whatsoever. Even the people that actually write the code and make the decisions about what goes in the product, they've got no say about the pricing at all. So don't get mad at them. Right, thanks. I'll see you in the next one.